it's broke up in sections where you got up here with the gravel bar, you got Blue Creek with the gravel bar, and then you have quarter-mile sections of water that you can navigate. Okay. You know, you may have to go over one or two little minor gravel bars. That's the difference between our place and Bruce's. We got deep water, but when we get up to where Bruce's spot is, his deep hole right on the property line where they have the water, you used to have the water pump, assuming it's still there, the foundation, all of that is shallow. Now there's certain type of fish and catfish that live in it, but
how deep is this? 5 foot or
15?
15? Okay.
Probably. Well, normally it's maybe 10-ish. The hole that's up there by where we're camped across of it is the deepest hole I found. I never got to the bottom. I'd go on my surfboard and push, and I'd go down, so it was over 10 foot. It cuts out a hole in there, and it holds deep. It's a deep water hole. So. And then that area up over there is back up in there with the trees. We'll go back and take a look at it so you can see it. It's all shaded and everything. It's like a winter campground. If you don't need the wind to be blowing on you, it's nice.
Yeah.
The problem is you can't drive your car over here with all your stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have a truck.
Yeah.
Or you know, something. And then the other deal is you can kind of drive down there, but you can't. If you get down there and it rains, it can be tricky to get up to the upper bank. We've set camp there a couple of times. And then you can come in here, and we hooked up the light off of one of those trees and shine the light out in here, and you can see all the gar. Oh, it's actually a good place to, when the water is clear, it's a good place to run your fishing light. Not that you're going to catch the gar. Yeah. But you get to see, when it's clear, you can see all the fish swimming around. There's a bunch of gar, and the beauty of this is it shines the light all the way down that river. So when the fish come around the other fishing hole up there, and they look up here, they see it lit up, then they know they can see what's up here, then they come up here. Oh. And if you cheat and put a dog food in the water, you know, a little bit of chum, you can sour corn in mesh and put it in a 5-gallon bucket and let it sit for a couple days so it gets good and ripe smelling. You can put that in, it'll pull the catfish in.
They get in, then they get out.
Yep. Yeah.
Next time I'll bring Izzy up here. I don't think she can get in the water. She doesn't like the grass to be wet in the morning to go out.
Well, that's a good dog. That's a type of dog. And what you watch the river and you see what's hatched and what's falling in the river. Now that we got a lot of grasshoppers, you know, you can catch a grasshopper and throw it out there, and something comes along and eats it, you know you got fish there eating it, so you can match what's available. Tadpoles out of the tank, sometimes if that tank is cleaned up and got bait in it. What else can you do? They like minnows, they like perch. Goldfish is okay because they can see it in the murky water. And this is actually a pretty good colored water for the big catfish. They're moving around in this.
Next time you come, it may be different. You know, always changing.
How much does it erode every year, you think?
That's not a lot. You can see what's cut out. They've had a lot of rain recently, the last 5 years or 10 years, and it's cut that bank. That bank used to stick out another 10 feet. That's why on the edge of your area, you got to give more than what you got. You got to give another 10 feet or 15 feet and get another row of trees going. Because what happens is you wind up what's over there where it's been cut and there's no trees on it. And then the trees actually hold the bank. But if you look at the bank, the top part of the clay is slowly falling over. The solid part is stationary. It's the top 10 feet of the clay is moving over. Now it's not here, but back where we're up, you got a spring, and it's like 20 feet down. It's a lava flow of rock flow formation that blocks all the water, and so it holds all the water above it. And so all that clay over there, 20 feet down or so, has got moisture. And then over there, when it gets cleared out, you can go over there, you can find a filtered spring. There's lots of slab rock underneath this. You can look on some of these areas where it's visible. When we get down to Bruce's area, we'll show you the big slab rocks that are just big slab. They're breaking up, but they at some point they had a bunch of rock in here. It all formed as one layer, and I may have been a sedimentary with the prehistoric times where they had lots of sand and then it got packed down and turned into sandstone or turned into something. The rocks don't look like they flowed, they look like they were compressed. So you're not seeing a lot of fish in here.
Watching the water just puts everything in perspective. Okay.